I think it's on. Oh, yep, there we go. So it's Pancake Sex Book Club round 3.
Like,
We read Succubus Blues by Richelle Mead. And we've got Amelia, who is at Desert Hooker on Twitter. And then we've got Kelly, who is at, how do you say your username?
Katia.
Okay, there you go, 97 at Twitter. I'm a good host. And then we've got Mel, who's at the Quad Skater on Twitter. It's late for me and 3 other people here, or 2 other people, so we're all loopy. And then I'm at Rapid Gummy Bear on Twitter. It's all in the description that'll be down below this video after it's uploaded. And you can click and follow and watch us tweet about syrup.
What about me?
Don't forget Ness.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I got you. And then we have Ness and
How
we
did you
provide a
drunk
ton.
before we started?
None. I'm just really tired.
She's not drinking. That's the problem.
I know. That's how we need it. It's already like 11 here. If I drink, I will just be asleep on the desk in about 5 minutes. So yeah. So there we go. It'll all be in the description. Click on links, follow, and we randomly tweet things about pancake sex to each other. Like
As you do.
Pancake board that exists apparently. And the book club name came from the last book we read. Stolen? It was Stolen.
Yeah.
Stolen, where they definitely have sex and eat pancakes at the same time.
This is not a thing that could happen the way to describe.
And ham. Don't forget the ham.
Ham! No! It made me go vegan all over again.
So just, experiment with what you do with food during sexy times.
No.
And report.
It's like the most memorable thing.
Yeah, and please tweet us the results.
Yes. Yes.
Please, we're conducting a study on this.
In word form, not picture form.
Yeah, no photo.
Yeah.
I mean,
No photo.
interpretive dance. I'll take that too.
Morse code.
So none of us can figure out what. We're just like, yeah, whatever. All right. So Ness, since I forgot you on Twitter, what did you think of the book?
So I read it twice because apparently I hate myself. And the first
You really read it twice?
I did. I read it really fast, like when we first decided we were going to read that book. And then I kind of forgot what happened in it. So I was like, I'll read it again. It can't be that bad. I read it the whole way through the first time in like 3 hours. It was terrible the second time.
Oh no. I was having that
Everything
same
fell
feeling
apart. Yeah, like the first time I was like, yeah, I'll suspend my disbelief as to these random things that we'll probably talk about. But I had major problems with this book the second time around. Not the least of which is the good sex comes way too late.
Way too late.
Way too late.
Agreed. There was good sex?
Well, I mean, we'll use scare quote good.
Yeah.
Well, the one right at the beginning was like nothing. So, with the 30-year-old virgin guy.
Well, and that creepy
way to
store
stereotype.
manager.
Yeah.
Right, I was mad the first few. I was like, what? Come on. Seriously? Have you met a gamer? I don't think you have.
Right? No.
All right, Mel, what'd you think?
So I literally just finished this book like 15 minutes ago.
Nice.
I was so busy and I been doing audiobook and I had like 3 hours left, and as soon as I got off at work at 6:30, I was listening to it and I'm like, this isn't going fast enough, so I turned the speed up on the thing so the audiobook read at 1.5 times the speed. I tried doing 2, but that was just a little too high for it. So
Oh no.
I know, actually, for the first half of the book, I was just really bored, and I was like, maybe I just won't finish it, and then but then I felt guilty. I'm like, no, I should finish it for the book club, but usually I don't finish books if I don't like them. But actually the second half I liked better than the first half, but after, sitting here and thinking about it, really all that happened in the book were, a lot of dates, and then the climax, haha, at the end.
Oh, no.
Fun. But Yeah, so it makes me like the ending, like the second half made me like it more than I thought I was going to. Like it's still like but I was like, it went from me not wanting to even finish the book to me finishing it and thinking it was actually worth the time to finish it. So
I hear race cars.
I know. Is that what I hear? I'm like, I hear that. Well, that might be my air conditioning, actually.
Okay.
You have air conditioning? I'm jealous.
Yeah. Stupid Florida. Stupid humid Florida.
Stupid North Carolina.
You should have air conditioning in North Carolina, though.
I do normally. It broke.
Okay.
Oh, that's awful. I don't live in my house when the air conditioning's broken. I leave and go somewhere else. It's not tenable.
Yeah.
Stupid desert.
I'm always cold. Today I'm not. This room's actually really hot that I'm in. Because, like, the fans either go low or high, and on high I'm freezing, and on low it's too warm. So I'm in, like, this terrible in-between.
it's
horrible.
like 70. Our thermostat at work says 75, and to me that's like excruciatingly hot for Canada. So
Well, that's, like, perfect to me.
Pants, no.
Yeah, it's 90 in my house right now. So don't even come over, Mel.
No.
I think if I
told our air conditioner to go down to 75, it would go on strike and walk out.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, Kelly, what'd you
Be
think?
like, fuck you, I'm out. Of the book? Oh,
Yes.
yeah, the book. It was a book. There were words on pages, and they were bound together, and it was a book. It was okay for a quick pseudo escape from reality.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing that really irritated me was just the whole, I'm a succubus, but I don't want to be or use any of my powers. But, I'll just randomly use them whenever it suits the plot.
Yeah.
But
I like the whole not wanting, like, her putting on makeup and getting dressed and stuff. If you had like that power to just like do whatever, like, are you kidding me? Who wouldn't use that?
Like, constantly.
exactly.
I wouldn't be wearing Bad Banana Republic slacks if I could shapeshift into whatever clothes I wanted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right? And also look however you wanted.
Right? I would not be 5'4" with, like, mousy brown hair.
Yeah, I would make some changes.
I would definitely make myself taller, like, immediately.
I would make myself shorter. But that's just me.
I would be mega tall.
I would just love to
I would
be only
tower
5'3".
over everyone.
Like 7 feet tall. Hello,
Yeah.
mortals.
That's right.
I came to smash.
I would absolutely smash everyone.
I would too. I would just be like, I'm Godzilla, and just stomp
And just
around.
stop everyone. I'd make club hands and just, like...
I want to have wings. Like, she had wings at one point. I was like, yes. Why wouldn't you just keep those? That's awesome. Why
Right
you
in
have a
those
job?
boots? Why are you
Yeah.
wearing flats?
She has a job. Why does she have a job at a bookstore? And
You're
it's
immortal.
a bad job.
So rich. I'm just saying. Just throw some investments in like 400 years ago.
Yeah. There's no reason for the job thing. That is dumb.
All right, Amelia, your opinion.
I didn't hate it as much as everybody else did, but I am comparing it to Dime Store Magic, which I hated so much.
I didn't even finish that book.
I was like, oh, thank Yeah. God it's better than that. But I mean, it was okay. I think you're right. I think Mel's right that it was slow to start, and if it had hit harder faster, it would have been a little more fun. But also, succubuses who don't have sex, what? Why? Yeah.
Recipe
You have
for
a
boring.
golden opportunity to do something interesting in your book, and you're just gonna not do that? I don't understand.
Or,
Yeah, I
like,
was
really
actually-
explore that.
Yeah.
I was
Really
expecting
explore
a
that
lot of
she's
sex.
Yeah,
Yes.
like a ton. And
Yeah.
not just with, like, stereotypical gamers.
Yeah, which is just rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
And, oh yeah,
I guess it's my
guy
turn.
didn't have any staying power. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. Okay. It's a book because I read this book like two, 3 years ago, and I started it and immediately identified all of the characters and what happened within like 15-20% of the book. I was like, oh yeah, this isn't happening.
Roman was totally going to be the bad guy. I just
Yeah,
right.
Well, and I was like Ness, like was like, shit, this is not going well already. I can't get into it because I've already read it, and I'm just like, this is not good. Like, within 20%, I was like, God, this is so fucking slow. I didn't remember it being that slow. I don't think it's terrible overall. Like, for what it is, it's not that bad, because there's so many worse, terrible romance novels out there. Like, and I have unfortunately read many of them and been like, what the fuck is going on? So I was like, this isn't terrible. This is like right in the mediocre level of like a romance novel. And I get mad because I love Seth. Like, he is my favorite. Mm-hmm. He's the best.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Totes adorbs.
Right, yeah, and it takes Georgina way too long to realize this.
Yeah, I just really wanted to backhand her and be like, he's right in front of you. Pick him.
What are you doing?
Yeah. The way he's described,
don't kill him.
But he's like not, like the way he's written, you can tell he's supposed to be the good guy, but what he does, like I would have a hard time engaging with that guy too. If I drove around with a guy in dead silence for like 4 hours, I would feel super awkward.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were a lot of awkward parts. I'm not going to lie with him either.
I had a question about, or a discussion point about that, but we can
go for it. Go.
Introverts aren't weirdos who can't talk. Like, they're not.
Yep.
She kept on saying, he's an introvert.
Hi, I'm an introvert.
Yeah, me too. Like, we're not just weirdos who don't talk for 4 hours.
I just prefer to talking on the internet. I mean,
to internet people, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Because you can just walk away when you're done.
I hold a job. I work.
Just imagine, guys, while they're driving around, he's like literally probably on his phone tweeting about this whole day.
It'd be the best. Like, I want that Twitter like to be created and those tweets to be made in like a 4-hour span, and then nothing tweeted ever again from it.
They described him as eccentric to the point of like mental illness. Like he missed he almost missed his brother's wedding to write a scene down. I'm like, doesn't the dude carry a notebook in his pocket? Like,
set an alarm, dude.
Wedding, right? Like, that's just. Well, I get distracted when I'm writing. Like, are you an asshole? Like,
I don't. Yeah, because when I did Camp Nano like last summer, and I would like sit down and write for chunks of time, but I always knew like when you had shit coming up. And like if I got an idea on the go, you just write it down on your phone or whatever. You know, I guess this was pre-smartphones. Yeah. But maybe he had a pocket PC to write
He's
on.
He's a writer. Why didn't he have a notebook and a pen?
Yeah, I don't know.
True.
He could still
or a voice recorder or something.
Still existed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, an alarm clock.
I like that she said that this took him from an asshole to just thoughtlessness, but I felt like it made him more of an asshole.
Like, that's not introversion. That's just mentally unstable.
That's selfishness.
And in that case, I could see why she wasn't attracted to him right away. You know, he was not painted as desirable in any way, even though I knew he wasn't. Tell right away that's where he's going.
Even the description of him was not, like, desirable, but as you read the book, I really grew to like him.
Yeah. Well, and his emails are great, of course.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, they have to be, right? So, one of our points is, all right, who wants to be a succubus? Everybody? Nobody? Would you want the powers? I think I would. I think it'd be fun.
I think I would, too.
I'd love to.
Not a Georgina succubus.
Every day.
Of immortal options.
Yes.
I'd much rather be a succubus than a vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That seems like more fun.
Yeah, plus no random mortals being able to kill you randomly.
Yeah,
so
right.
That's nice.
Yeah, which never came up again, but anyway.
Right.
Plotline dropped.
Yeah.
I wonder if it comes back in the next book.
God,
is there another one?
Yeah, there are additional books. I'm kind of
There was
curious,
a chapter in my
but kind of also not.
Yeah. There's an incubus in the next one apparently. So, you know.
Ooh,
Doomed succubus.
All right. So, do you guys think a succubus can be good? Or is that like kind of a just like bad attempt at making her not seem bad? Or are they inherently just I always view succubus as kind of like inherently indifferent in that world. Like I don't feel like they're good or bad. Like they can fall either way, but naturally I feel like they're kind of a middle line thing. Cuz like they don't necessarily kill people. I mean, they can, but they can also opt not to more so, and I don't know. Maybe it's from other books I read with Succubus, so I'm just kind of like, you're not really evil.
I mean, they are damning your eternal soul.
Right?
Yeah, but
not
like,
really
give a fuck about that.
I thought there was some interesting potential that she didn't really explore about subverting the usual tropes of like succubuses and demons are evil and angels are good, and what that means. Like Carter kind of being a little bit of a dick and hanging out with all the evil people, but then all of like Cody was kind of fun. He's a vampire. He's supposed to be evil. Hugh was kind of fun.
He was he the one who was giving dance lessons?
Cody was the one giving the dance lessons.
Yeah, that sounds really uneven.
He was adorable.
To me.
Right?
Yeah. Well, and Hugh was my favorite character.
Absolutely.
I think because he lived up to his evil potential while still being a nice guy. Like it was like this cool. He was the coolest, I think, trope busting character.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, absolutely. He did his job, but it was just a job. Like his job was to be an imp and to corrupt souls. But then when he was done with that, he hung out with his friends and he had a girlfriend and he did normal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really cute. I forgot about him being as adorable as he is.
He's pretty adorable.
And they kind of imply, it seems like she implies that everybody, like, they all, like, there aren't good and evil, like, there's just sort of one big mix, and they don't necessarily work against each other. Every time Carter talks, he talks in these enigmatic phrases about nobody gets punched. I'd love to have heard more about, like, what is her mythology behind all this.
Maybe she goes into really that more in other books. Yeah.
Yeah, that it was one thing I was also curious about.
Oh. All right, hold on. We're having issues, I think.
Issues.
Is it me or is it you guys?
I don't know.
Most people's audio is lagging.
I think Kelly's cutting in and out.
Just a little.
I think it does lag sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's resolved now.
Yeah.
Sorting itself out.
Yeah.
Good times. Okay, I think I'm caught up.
Whoever wrote question number 2 is my favorite.
Yeah, question number 2 is awesome.
I'm not even looking at it. Somebody tell me what the next question is.
Are we done with the first question? Because if so, I'll read the second one. My favorite question. Okay, I'm just going to
go for it.
So, Eric, what's up with him?
Yeah,
what is up with him? Eric was awesome, but like, it was kind of just like, what are you... I felt like he was a lazy plot device a little bit.
Yeah. He was like Giles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Giles is awesome. Leave Giles alone.
Not in a negative way. I'm just saying that's what he was like.
Eric was awesome, but he was kind of just like, I'm going to hold your hand and lead you towards what you should be figuring out
Which makes no sense. Why does this human dude know more about, like, immortals rather than this girl who's been around for, like, how many centuries? That makes
Because
no
you never
sense.
ask a practitioner of a religion about the religion, Melissa. Come on now.
I really thought it would have been a cool bait and switch if he was the Nephilim.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Like, they kind of turned that way for a minute, and I was like, that's cool, because it's the guy Roman from the beginning. So it's really exciting when it wasn't going to be him, and then it was, and I was like, that could have been good. Lame.
Yeah.
Maybe he's another kind of immortal.
I don't know.
They kept taking lots of pains to ensure that he is immortal, you guys. We swear. He is definitely immortal. but he can totally sense immortals. No, guys, I need it. He is immortal.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
really?
Seriously.
I believe you.
Yes.
Man, see, so many other ways she could have gone. Just
Right.
like,
I think she was trying to shake it up a bit with being like, hey, crazy Helena, also a Nephilim.
right.
Not just Roman.
Right. Twins! It's
Right?
the subplot device.
That was pretty
It
surprising.
never occurred
That,
to me.
that little tidbit that happens like in the last 3 chapters. I was like, huh. All right. Makes a little sense, maybe.
Right, and
It
like
is.
Eric's line, like, I was totally trying to tell you that she was an angel that was not an angel, she's a half angel, but you weren't paying attention. Like, really, your line of, some Nephilim are just trying to live their lives.
Also,
Georgina,
why are you
didn't
defending the
allow
crazy lady you worked for and now work against? I don't understand.
What's happening?
Ugh. Also, why was she insane but painted to be just someone trying to live their life?
Right,
Like,
I
she
feel
was
like she would have
bad.
been a
Because
really cool
sometimes
character.
insane people are just trying to live their life, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Amelia, check your privilege.
Good point.
Just off my nuts.
Apparently, if you're immortal, like living in Seattle and working in a bookstore is the thing of like a rite of passage. So,
Look, they just really like the white chocolate mochas there.
Oh my god, she drank like 5 a day. I would be like
Right.
buzzing.
Good thing she was a
I would be
succubus,
glued to the
because-
toilet peeing non-stop. Like, I could not drink
God.
5 coffees.
Right?
These succubuses go pee. Y'all, I guess they eat, so I guess they would.
Yeah,
It just-
they're, like, I mean, really, in some ways they got it good because they could eat human food and have no issue.
Right,
So
as
she's
she
a
ate all
shapeshifter.
those junior bacon cheeseburgers or egg McMuffins
And
or
all
whatever the hell they
that
were,
ice
Carter.
cream. I mean, come on.
Right?
It's like,
Ooh, ice
oh,
cream.
I sense a touch of atherosclerosis. Let me just shape shift that out of my arteries. Oh, boom, fixed.
And I'm good.
Oh my god, awesome. Like, is her
Sounds better and
original
better.
form like 400 years old and she just shapeshifts into a different one? Or does her original form stay?
So I think her
Yeah.
original form still is young and beautiful because they talk about when at the end when she was before she stole a good chunk of Seth's life force that she was slipping back into her mortal form. And he was
Right.
like, what the hell? Who are you, crazy person? I don't know who you are anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's crazy. This character.
I was going to say the author or the character.
The
Both.
author wrote some other interesting books. Did she write Vampire Academy, or is it something
Yeah.
else she wrote? Okay.
Vampire Academy,
Oh,
which I have
really?
not read. Yeah.
Isn't there a movie
I
coming?
Don't
out?
remember if I read the first one or not. I want to watch the movie, so it's so bad. So bad.
I think I'll probably just see the movie and not read the book.
Yeah, same.
It's like a bad thing to say in book club, but yeah.
Let's talk
Sometimes
about the
it's
slut
okay.
shaming.
Right? That's
Yes.
what hit me the second time I read it. Like, it kind of like the first time, but then I was like, seriously, you're a succubus. What is up with the slut shaming?
I know, it's
Really?
weird. Like, it was really weird to me.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like because it's a succubus, like, it should be pretty open about sex in general in the book and not a lot of issues, but instead they were like, nope, sex is terrible. But not, but kind of, it was just, it was
Well, and
fucking weird.
if you walk around in tight clothes, then you deserve what happens to you. Because what's that scene where she's walking, where the guardian angel comes in, and she just imagines that the guardian angel is judging her because of what she's wearing? Whereas, like, there's none of that actually necessarily happening. Like, you could, if you want to wear a tight tank top and some skinny jeans, you go for it, girl. Like, that doesn't mean that you're waiting for like, you should be on the floor spreading your legs.
I also thought it
Right?
was really annoying on several occasions how she got like put off when her friends would allude to her like appeal. Like she's like, I don't get why they are saying this about me, and it's like, you're a succubus. Duh.
You're a magical sex demon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, that's part of your power. Like, you should
Right?
just be like, yep, I know.
Also, if you
guys.
don't want dudes commenting on how hot you are, shapeshift to a less hot form.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You picked how you look.
Yeah, exactly.
I
She
know,
could
this
walk
whole
around
problems could be solved so
dude if she
easily.
wanted. She could look like anything. She could look like a butterfly.
A
Doesn't have to have a
tiger,
job. She could just sit around on a flower all day.
right?
There's so many more things I would do with my life if I was a shapeshifter.
Yeah.
Right. Then work at a
Science,
bookstore. And not
we
even
need
be
this.
like the owner of a book jar. She's
No.
an assistant manager at a bookstore chain.
Yeah.
Can we talk, I don't know if it's like a question further on, but like her relationship with her boss guy.
Mm.
Like
Which
what?
one?
I hated that.
Warren? With Warren?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Warren.
Yeah.
That was really
casually
Was that-
mentioned
was that the one
he's married.
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
married
they're just
guy.
like, it's
Yeah.
totally
Been married for
okay
30
to steal
years.
his life energy because he cheats on his wife. And I'm like, okay then.
No, he's a bad dude, so she's barely stealing any of his life energy. She's really not taking anything from him. It's cool.
He's already gonna go to hell anyway. Is that the implication?
I think so. I think there's like some
Yeah.
weird consent issues with being a succubus, probably
yeah.
too.
True.
Like, hey yo, let's hook up, but I need some of that life energy you got.
Also, potentially your soul.
Yeah.
They don't really talk about it ahead of time. Like when Hugh did the gamer dude, he knew it was gonna happen that he was selling his soul.
Mm-hmm.
But like Warren doesn't know that's what's happening. That we're aware of.
No,
No,
right?
he's
Because
not.
she says that he doesn't know why he's so exhausted after they sleep together.
Yeah, he just thinks he can't keep up with her.
Well, he'll know why when he
Which
wakes
he
up.
probably can't, because he's like been married for 30 years and how old? I mean,
Yeah.
And then he turns out to be kind of nice, and it just threw my whole like game off. Like, okay, if he's kind of nice, then that messes with her whole thing, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah, that was weird
but
too.
nice people
Yeah,
feel
the
like
whole-
you can't, like, I don't know.
The trying to morally
I mean-
justify her victims just created so many problems throughout the book, I think.
Yeah.
It just
yes.
it's like you can't set morals for your main character and then pick and choose when they're enforced or just change the rules or change the morality. It was just that's the thing that rubbed me the wrong way about
Yeah, no,
her
they do that a lot.
choices.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
It was unfortunate because I feel like they set up potentially an interesting dynamic of sin isn't this black and white, this is bad and this is good, that it's changed over the years. It's you doing
Yeah.
something you feel is wrong, that's a sin, not necessarily in
Yeah,
Lauren's
definitely.
case, sleeping with somebody that's not your wife. He didn't feel bad about that, so for him that wasn't a sin. I would have been more interested in learning a little more about that.
Yeah.
Not,
Yeah,
has a
or
funny-
how that plays into what she has to do, because she's supposed to be gathering souls for the bad
For hell.
guys,
Right.
So how does, if it's only sin where you think it's a sin, why wasn't she more, I guess because she was trying to be good or whatever, but it would be fun to see a book where somebody's actively trying to get people to sin. That's a book I would read.
Maybe that's the next book because she agreed to do that, so to save
True.
Seth's memories.
And that, to me, that would be the appeal in being a succubus. Aside from the shape-shifting, it's the actively recruiting people to sin. I don't know, just because I guess I'm slightly evil. But
I
It's
do
like a fun book, though.
thought Hugh would have been more interesting because he was constantly making contracts with people to get their soul. Wasn't that his name?
Yeah, the other characters weren't even really that deep. They were just like almost shells, like
Yeah.
plot devices as well. So
Yeah,
Yep.
who's that the other vampire with the receding hairline?
The low
bad
carb
haircut.
vampire.
Yeah. With the spiky tips.
Peter?
Maybe Peter. I thought
I
he
don't
would have been
remember.
interesting because you always hear about like immortal denizens of the underworld being super hot, and apparently he wasn't. Would have been more interesting to be like, okay, let's see how does Peter deal with that life. Going clubbing with people who look like they're 20 and not getting all the action.
was that the
Have you
one
guys
who's like
read-
on a diet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is
Stupid
clever.
Slayer.
That's a clever trope buster. Is he's like 40-year-old vampire.
Yeah, and Nita Blake's series has that. They have a couple vampires in there that are like not hot or attractive at all and super weird.
That would suck.
Right.
That would suck. Eternity like that?
Like you're like 80 and you get turned into a vampire. You're like, God damn it.
Right? That would be terrible.
Mhm.
The worst.
Or you could be like Rapunzel's mom in Tangled, where like you only look good until you need to feed again, and then you just start to like slowly desiccate.
Oh,
Oh.
That'd be cool.
But
That'd
even
be
the
a fun
vampires were weird too. They're like, we're not gonna go after humans. We're gonna go to the butcher shop and get some.
Is that what
super
they did?
escapes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. I'm a
Yeah,
fool.
Leo's
robbing a
more
blood
to-
bank.
This is the least evil book of evil ever.
Yeah.
The half angels were the most evil in there.
That's
They weren't
interesting.
even.
I do think they did a good play on flipping who was evil and who was good in this book, though. A little bit, like at least, because like it wasn't the vampires that were the bad guys. But I also, like, I think when I read it the first time too, I was like, oh, I know who's the bad guy already.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
so
you know
it's
right
coming.
away.
You know, like it's
Yeah.
coming.
He's way too smooth.
Yeah.
Of course, it's the charming hot guy. Why
Mhm.
wouldn't it be?
Mm-hmm.
I thought his background in linguistics kind of tipped it off. Like, yeah, of course he would know lots of stuff like that.
Right, because she even says, like, I can't show him how much I know about this because why would a bookstore manager know more than the linguistics guy?
It's true. All right. What do we have left in our list? Because I got cut off for a while there, like completely lost. I don't know. My internet shitted
Yeah.
out.
Well, okay, we kind of talked about it, but Roman or Seth?
I'm Seth.
Yeah,
Say.
Team Seth.
I don't know.
Honestly, before he's the bad guy, if you hold them up side by side, Seth's weird. And
Yes.
it's not the introversion and it's not the writing, because the writing, the email is just right to my heart. It's not that he's sort of doofy. I love that stuff.
Mhm.
But he's so socially inept that it would be really hard for me anyway to form a connection with someone like that.
Right? How is she saying that she fell in love with him when she's had like 4 words of conversation with him?
She fell in love with him because he loves her, and she
Yeah.
read his mind and found out, which I think is kind of messed up.
No, she
Yeah.
fell in love with
Yeah,
him
boundary
because then she can get the
violation.
books early. Let's be honest.
Right?
Fair point. I might consider it for that. Depending on the author in
Exactly.
question.
I thought that whole thing though was the interesting part of the book, how she had this idol, and then when it's like when you meet your idol and they're totally not how you expect them to be.
Do
and
you?
they-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I thought that was interesting how he turned out to kind of be weird and awkward, which wasn't what she expected at all. So that was a nice twist.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Does nobody look at like author pages anymore? Like, and this was written in the early 2000s, so you know you
The
had
internet was
and
a
stuff.
thing.
Yeah, like the internet was definitely a thing. So would you have known what your favorite author looks like?
I mean, she's really old, all right? So she doesn't know about the internet.
She
But
doesn't
what about
internet.
like the back page with the photo? Like, I guess his books just don't have the photo that like every book has.
I believe it. He's that weird.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, he's
Yeah.
an introvert, so he doesn't take pictures.
Introvert.
Oh,
No
yes.
pictures.
Wait, we all have
Or
to go.
maybe he's also
This
a
actually isn't my
supernatural
face.
being and they try to take a picture of him and that just doesn't take a picture. He's like, he's also a supernatural being.
So,
I'd read that.
do you guys think she played off of the fact that like Seth's kind of a, I don't like the terms, but a beta male, I guess, and then Roman's more that alpha, like kind of like oh my gosh, what's his name in Bitten? Why am I
Clay.
blanking? Yeah, Clay in
Clay.
Bitten. Like how he was super like bossy,
Like,
kind
rawr.
of controlling, and Roman's that way, and then Seth's just kind of like, I'm gonna chill out here in the corner and whatever.
I'm just
Like,
gonna sit here
gonna hide
creepily
from
watching it.
everyone and just be
Definitely.
creepy. Like, do you think
Well,
she's
if
like?
you make that comparison, then totally Roman.
I just mean like, Well, I
audiobook
just-
reader of Dime Store Magic ruined Clay for me. I can't.
I'm glad I didn't listen to it.
Or first Stolen. I can't handle it.
Oh yeah, Stolen it was bad.
It was so bad.
Just watch the show, it'll be okay.
I did.
She did. She watched it all.
Good, good, good.
But no, like I just like I see her like I hope in my heart of hearts I'm like I hope she did this to be like look at this, look at the differences between them and kind of play off that and not be super stereotypical even though you knew Roman was like the fucking bad guy immediately.
Yeah. It was nice to see her end up with the beta male. I always like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick one, until about halfway through the book, it's still Roman, even though I know he's the bad guy. Until the bar, when he's so creepily inappropriate with her, and she's drunk, and he doesn't respect any of her boundaries, and she keeps apologizing for it,
Yeah.
then I was like, okay, we're done with this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that bugged me
it's
too.
good
Even
curve.
like when they went out for a date or whatever, and she was like, "I'm not drinking." And he's like, "Just try it," and she just said no, and then she ended up doing it anyway.
And then he kept giving her more drinks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's like 400, right? She can't
Okay.
set a boundary.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
saying.
didn't feel
So-
bad for him at the end though.
You'd think she'd grown some balls by now. I mean, like, as
Well,
far
she
as
was-
setting boundaries and, like, standing up for herself. Metaphorical, not, like, be a man type. Just, you know,
Oh,
you
she
would think
could.
she'd have that sort of gumption,
She
I
grew a
guess.
spine. Yeah.
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 Yeah, she
And
could,
you
technically.
think they set her back to ancient Greece, so she's over 2,000 years old. If our author is being true to us, you'd think by now she could handle her liquor.
Right? And she's had a long time to build up her tolerance.
Shape-shifted
I mean,
into your
the-
stomach.
Maybe
the
she
Greeks-
metabolizes it differently.
The Greeks drink some strong shit, y'all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but she could metabolize it differently because she's a succubus now.
but she can regenerate her liver. She just
I know.
shapeshifts that out.
That's true.
Would you ever really have to vomit if you were a shapeshifter?
Apparently, yes.
That's disappointing. That's a disappointing knowledge.
That is.
So I vote now being a demon then.
Yes, I'm more
Yeah,
in
They
these
don't have to
camps now.
feel out the effects of alcohol. They're like, and I'm done. Sober.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That'd be nice.
What do we got left? All right. Did anybody else, like, when she was saying that she read the book 5 pages at a time, just want to scream?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
I was like, this is absolutely insane, and no one would ever do this. Like, this
Yeah.
is insane. This
It was
is
not,
not
a
something people
charming
do.
quirk. It
No.
was obnoxious.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
silly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you're
I want to
trying
make sure
so
I wasn't
hard.
crazy, because I was just like, no. No. No one does this. This is stupid.
No. No one does
Stupid
that.
author.
No.
Some weird
Stupid
things
5
this
pages a
author's
day.
coming up with, for sure.
I wonder if she was, like, trying to escape the confines of writing, like, young adults.
I felt like that was definitely the problem with Kelly Armstrong, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
This was, I don't know, felt a little weirder.
Definitely. It was different. Do we got anything else? I don't know. We wrap it up. I know it's late.
What's up with Carter?
What is up
The
with
only one
Carter?
I would like to hear
Yeah.
about before we go.
I was really
What is
confused.
up with that?
I wasn't sure if he was also like in love with Georgie or like what the deal was there. It was weird.
Yeah. I really kind of liked him by the end.
I did too, and I don't understand why
Yeah.
she never did like him.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you want to date the angel? Seems safe in
Well, it sounds
various
like-
ways.
Maybe it was because he didn't want to date her. He wasn't taken in by any of her succubus glamour. She couldn't
He was
manipulate
just
him.
like, no. Well, do angels have junk in this series?
We know they don't have
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, they do, because how else did they...
Would they have
create
kids
Nephilim?
and fall?
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
True.
point. Very good
Well,
point.
Unless it's immaculate
I mean-
conception.
That's
Because
another thing
cleverly-
too. when she like in the end was like with Roman, and it's like, oh yeah, she's like kicked around with some other immortals before. I'm like, why didn't that work out? Like,
Because she doesn't get the succubus payoff.
yeah.
Also, they weren't hot like Roman.
Well, they
I guess
handled that
so.
in Lost Girl by her just going and banging a human now and then. It works out fine. I don't know why they couldn't.
Yeah,
Like, you're
Lost Girl is
immortal.
good.
Don't be jealous. That's silly.
Mhm.
It's 2,000 years. You're good.
You've got eternity. That's
God, she's
you
had
know,
so
so
much
she
sex in
so
an
she
eternity.
takes 40 years.
I would think it would change your views on monogamy.
Probably, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
It
hope.
would ruin them, I think. Like to be like
I
It's a
thought that.
long
I mean,
time.
I thought
the-
that was...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go. Oh, I was going to say, I thought that was interesting that she seemed to still believe in monogamy after 2,000 years of being a succubus.
yeah.
Like, seriously?
Oh yeah, I don't
Really?
I don't think I'd go that route if I was a
think so.
succubus
Hell
for that
no.
long.
No. I don't think you can. She would die.
Right.
That's a bad
Right.
plan.
Well, you end up like her, not with nobody who loves you in your life, no
Right.
relationships at all.
Well,
Maybe
she's
that's
a
why
weird
she's such a
person
spaz.
anyways, so it's hard for her to make relationships if she only reads a book 5 pages a day. Like,
Weirdo.
how are you gonna talk about the newest bestseller at the bookstore you work at? Oh no, I've only had it for 3 days. I'm on page 15. Spoil it.
But and she wrote the little like the staff recommendation for the book. I'm like, you haven't read it yet. How can you write that? What's
Yeah.
happening?
Ugh. Ugh.
Although her
Tragic.
sentiment of the book's never as good the second time rang true.
I don't know. If it's a good book, it's still good the second time.
Yeah, it's as I said, it's like it falls in that middle space of not the best and not the worst.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
It's just
I thought it was hilarious at the end though, with that really retarded scavenger hunt. Like,
Yeah. What was that?
it's like when she was like screaming about which one is my boyfriend.
That was clever. That was clever. And messed up and dextery and awesome. Yeah, I like that. I
Wait,
just
but
wish
why
he
would
was
it-
more scary at the end. Like it was so uneven. Like first he's this
Yeah.
creepy serial killer, but then he's just kind of sad and lame. Like it was really very uneven, and I was bummed because he was creepy and he could have ended creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, I had moments where I felt really bad for him, and then other times where I'm like, meh, if he died in this scene, eh. Also that it was convenient how, like, her kiss with Seth totally just, like, the battle that ensued was just, like, glossed over. It was like fade to black battle scene.
Right.
Writing combat, whatever.
If it's not a date, it's not described.
I mean, at least they didn't go the Michael Bay route and have 45 minutes of battle scene at the end.
True.
explosions.
Yes.
Yeah, but if a transformer had busted into that scene, it would have been pretty.
It would have been better.
Or Godzilla. I mean,
That would have
Yes.
that would have made the whole book.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what about Mecha Godzilla? That would have been.
Yes.
No, some
Riding a
Dinobots.
dinosaur.
No,
I
we
just
need some
watched
Dinobots.
Mecha Godzilla the other night.
Nice.
That is amazing.
Again. But yeah, okay, so maybe we can agree. You know, the book was, okay. It was like
Solid C.
yeah, it was like the generic white bread of supernatural romance. Could have used more base explosions, maybe a dinosaur or Godzilla or
Sex. More sex.
Yeah, more of that.
definitely.
always,
sex.
we're always like more sex though. I feel like at this
Seriously.
point.
Well, because there's
Seriously.
usually one per book. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is not okay.
And
needs
a
to be,
really
like,
oddly
It was like
placed
the
chapter.
succubus. That was
I
the
know.
allure of the succubus.
Yeah, that's how I was like, yeah, Succubus Blues, because she's gonna bone
Right?
someone every single chapter,
Exactly.
and then she didn't. And I was disappointed. I was so disappointed. So now I'm like motivated to write a Succubus book where she just
Every
like, I don't
chapter.
give a fuck. I'm just
Please
gonna bone
Have
everybody.
it travel through
describe-
history, like boning
Please write
random
that.
famous guys.
Yeah,
I read
like
it.
Napoleon Bonaparte. Yeah.
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 that where she's like in a chair smoking a cigar? Like, let me tell you about my adventures.
Right? I would read that book.
Me too. Please write it so we can read it and then
I'd
talk
read it.
about it.
Yep,
Okay.
definitely read that.
I'll start it tomorrow.
But you have to call it Boning Bonaparte.
Phoning apart.
Oh, so fantastic.
Oh no.
Oh boy. That is why we have to know, because we make awesome jokes.
Before we end, we should give like our star rating.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Mel, you start
Oh.
then.
I'm gonna say 2.5 out of 5.
Ness?
1 out of 5.
Oof.
I'm gonna go 3 out of 5. Amelia?
I would say putting Dime Store Magic at 1, 3 out of 5.
Kelly?
Probably about 2.5 out of 5. Just right middle of the road.
That's like a 2.75 out of 5 from the 5 of us.
Good
Yeah.
average.
Terrible recommendation. Way to throw the curve, Ness.
My bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you,
I
Obama.
really, for me, 3 is like my middle of the line. Because Goodreads
Yeah.
doesn't let you do half stars, so I just like always go with 3.
I hate that it doesn't let you do half stars, by the
Yeah.
way.
I know.
I mean, the
Yeah.
first time I read it, I probably would have given it a 3, but then I read it again, and it was terrible.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't reread it, actually.
Did anyone else do the
Same.
audiobook, or was it just me?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
now
After my
I've read it.
horrible, scarring experience with Stolen, I did not do the audiobook.
So like the narrator is actually pretty decent, but she had this weird like thing where she'd draw out like the last syllable of a word. I don't know. I can't
Ooh.
even describe it. But
That sounds like it would be as annoying as a person who ends every sentence with a question. Like, they don't really know what they're saying, and so they just want to leave everything up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
Maybe she was trying to do like
I'm
a
gonna
slight
tweet
Greek
you with
accent.
just question marks all day tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, that's the thing that we need to do to Kelly for the rest of the year.
Every statement.
Thanks. I
Support
feel
this.
the love.
You should.
I feel the love.
It is love.
We troll because we can.
Yes.
That's what my boyfriend says. He trolls because he cares.
aw,
Is trolling his love language too? It's mine.
It is. It is.
He's a keeper.
He is a keeper.
So I guess that's it. We're gonna stop the broadcast and discuss our book options for next month, or what we're gonna do.
Excellent. Sounds like a plan.
So say bye to everyone watching.
hi Tony.
Bye.